Okay, welcome to my second video on the sleep series. On this one, I'm going to talk about sleep pressure. What is sleep pressure? And then middle of the night wakings. If you're struggling with the middle of the night wakings, what you might want to do about that. So, first, sleep pressure. What is that? It is exactly what it sounds like. It's the amount of pressure your child is feeling, well, adults too, to fall asleep. So the reason this is important is that sleep pressure is the strongest at bedtime. So if you are working on any kind of sleep issue, you want to get your bedtimes down really, really solid. Like I talked in the last video, that means doing your bedtime routine, being very, being very diligent with that routine. You want same place, same time, same order every single night. So get really solid with that. Then you should be tucking your child in and walking out of the room and not having to hear from them again that night. So that I covered in the previous video. So I'll put a little information tag right here and you can go back and watch that one if you want to know more. So you want to have that solid routine, have your child falling asleep on their own in their own room. If that's not happening, you definitely want to fix that because the sleep pressure is strongest at bedtime. So if you're having sleep issues and the bedtime isn't fixed, you're really going to struggle with middle of the night or nap times. You really need the bedtime fixed first. That's the step one, fix bedtimes. Once bedtimes are fixed and you have that going really smoothly, then you can work on middle of the night, then you can work on nap time because sleep pressure is lighter in the middle of the night after they've been asleep, say from 8:30 until 1:30 in the morning, then they're waking up crying. They're not as tired. So if they don't know how to put themselves back to sleep at bedtime, or if they don't know how to put themselves to sleep at bedtime, they're certainly not going to know how to put themselves back to sleep in the middle of the night. So get your bedtimes fixed, then you can work on your middle of the night issues. Now, if you're doing something like nursing your child to sleep, bottle feeding your child to sleep, you really want to get that fixed. You want that moved earlier into the routine, like one of the first things in the routine, then do your teeth brushing, then come back to bed and back to the bedroom and do the rest of the bedtime routine in the room, and then have your child put themselves have your child put themselves to sleep at bedtime. Then, when those are really well, the middle of the nights will go much better. They won't wake up as often. They'll be easier to put back to sleep in the middle of the night. Then you can start focusing on your middle of the night issues because these can be really difficult for parents to wake up in the middle of the night, have to get fully awake and try to get their child back to sleep, and they're screaming and crying and having a meltdown in the middle of the night. We tend to cave, bringing them into our bed, fall asleep with them in their room, do anything we can to get them back to sleep, and then we're getting into some really bad habits. So you want to fix that bedtime when you have more resolve, when you're wide awake, and you can be there to really focus on them. And Coach Jimmy is here. You can hear him in the background. He's a very loud coach, but he's amazing with the kids. So, he's actually one of my kids' coaches. He's been one of my kids' coaches many, many times, back and forth between the different groups of kids. Anyway, so I think I covered all of that really well. But if you're not sure how to get your child to fall asleep, besides moving that feeding or the rocking earlier on in the routine and putting them to bed awake and having them put themselves to sleep, I have 3 different methods of working on that, depending on your family, depending on your values or what feels right for you or the temperament of your child. Some things will work different with some children than with others. In the sleep classes on the website at yourvillageonline.com, both the infant sleep class and the toddler sleep class cover these 3 different methods for getting your child to fall asleep on their own in their own space. So there's ways you can choose from. You're not stuck with just sticking your child in the crib and letting them cry it out. That's not what you want to do. Very windy here. Okay, I'm going to sign off. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and share to help grow this channel. When I hit 500 members, and we are, I think, almost halfway there, I will put up another free class on this channel. When we hit 1,000, I will do a vote for 3 different classes to choose from. I will put one of those up as a free class when we hit the 1,000 members. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.